What are your thoughts on the sale of high-tech, dual-purpose military civilian equipment from Canada to China to companies linked to the Communist Party?
Well, I think the main thing is that the government should be paying attention to what our security agencies tell them about the risks of transferring this sort of technology. So in the case of the first one you allude to, where the technology can be used for laser-guided weapons, a national security review was done, and the cabinet decided to overturn that review and sell the equipment to the Chinese military anyway. In the second one, this most recent one of the NavSat technology, the government decided not to refer the matter for a national security review, although in question period yesterday, the minister seemed to be sort of suggesting that perhaps they had done some kind of security review. But the point is that with this technology, as you say, being used by our allies in the military, and also because it's central to Taiwan's defense, one would expect that at least to reassure our allies and to reassure the Canadian public and people like you and me that the sale of this Canadian company to a Chinese concern will not work against our defense policy and national security, that they should do a full security review. So the question is, why didn't they? And as you say, I guess that it's quite possible, judging by what we know about this technology and its clear military applications, that the government would get a negative answer from the security agencies, from CSIS, based on a careful review referring to our allies and so on, and therefore decided to short-circuit the process by agreeing to the sale without the appropriate review. Well, one really wonders how it's possible that our government would decide that this is in the Canadian national interest, particularly as we're now beefing up our defense at last. And obviously, you know, the most likely future global conflict is probably going to involve China with a replaying of the Korean War. So why, on the one hand, would we want to strengthen our defenses, and on the other hand, strengthen the military capability of our potential ally in a future global conflict? So, you know, there are a lot of questions there, and I agree with you. I think the work of Steve Chase and Bob Fife in doing the investigation and trying to sort this out is very important to us as a nation, because, you know, if we start to serve the interests of agents of the Chinese state, that cannot be good for Canada in the medium or long term.
That's an excerpt from my daily TV show, The Ezra Levant Show. Normally it's behind a paywall, but I thought you'd like this video, so we put it on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to watch the daily show every day, including always 2 interviews a day, and I read my hate mail, just click on this screen and become a premium member.